Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday, hump day, whatever you want to call it. I just want to talk to you a little bit. Is that okay? Um, oh my gosh. So much, so much, so much. First and foremost, I was thinking about some things. And I want to talk to you how to keep your mind and your spirit free, how to keep your peace, how to protect your peace. You know, a lot of times if we are by ourselves and we're in the presence of God and in the presence of Yah, and we're seeking Yah, and He's just pouring out His Spirit, and there's so much peace and so much joy. Times of refreshing comes from the presence of the Lord, the manifest presence. We all know that He's omnipresent, but then you come across people, whether they be family members, friends, co-workers, even some church members, if you go to church, that just assault your peace. It's like their assignment is to assault your peace. Some of it is insidious and you see it and it's obvious and you want to just claw their eyes out when you see it, because you're like, I know what you come to do. I know you come in to attack my peace. I know you're trying to take my peace. I know you're trying to get me out of the spirit, and I want to claw your eyes out. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to stay in the spirit. Yes, but then there's more insidious ways that the enemy uses those closest to us, okay? Those who we love, to try to take our peace. I'm here to tell you that just because you love somebody don't mean that they have the right to disrupt your peace. They do not have the right to come at you with some foolishness that's just going to take you all out the spirit. Okay? One of the greatest ways that I've found to protect my peace and for me to stay in the spirit, and there's a lot of things that go on I don't know be having a clue about in terms of gossip, whether it's gossip in the family, gossip in the city, community, neighborhood, or whatever. I don't have those types of conversations. First and foremost, because I'm just going to be blunt, I don't have a lot of friends. And some people be like, oh, you poor baby, you don't have any friends? I really like that. I love it, because a lot of times I've found when people have like a lot of friends and a lot of people that they hang out with and talk to or what have you, they have to deal with this a lot. And they have to deal with people coming at them with foolishness and gossip. And I want to define gossip. Gossip is not spreading the truth. Gossip is spreading a lie. So I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, you got family members and friends, co-workers that come with gossip. And again, I'm gonna repeat, the definition of gossip is the spreading of lies, not the truth. Spreading a truth is the truth. It's news. It's going to be on the news. A lot of people misdefine what gossip is and say, well, any promulgation of the truth or any spreading of the truth is gossip. That's not true. That's not true. That means that the newscasters are gossipers. And we know that's not true. Now, I will agree and admit that the news and the media have a mission. They do have an agenda to sometimes manipulate the truth, but they're telling the truth nonetheless. Those are facts. They can't get on, the newscasters can't get on the news broadcast and spread lies. They'll have a lawsuit out of this world. So yeah, what they're reporting is truth. So if you're spreading news, that is not gossip. Don't let nobody put you onto some false condemnation and make you feel like if you're spreading what the news is already spread all over the city, all over the country, all over the world, then that's not gossip. Stop it. That's the truth. Those are facts. We're spreading facts. We need more facts in the world and not opinions. And if you think I'm lying, go Google gossip. I want you to Google it. Read the many definitions of gossip. They're all going to point to the same thing. But anyway, I said all that to say, hey, family, friends, co-workers, church members, whatever, neighbors will come at you with gossip. You don't have to entertain gossip. You don't have to entertain hearing some story or some stuff about somebody else that's really none of your business. You don't have to entertain that just because it's coming out of the mouth of somebody who you love. If you know that somebody's about to give something to you that you don't want to know nothing about it, you have the right to say, hey, hold up. I love you. I do. I really do love you, but I don't want to hear this right now. I know you need to vent, but I'm not the person that needs to hear this. You know, sometimes some people need to go and sit in the therapist's couch and they need to talk to a therapist. You know, I've had to shut down my own kids and say, hey, look, you know what? I can't help you with that. You need to talk to a therapist about that. I don't know what to tell you about that. And quite frankly, I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, I've had to do that. Why? Because there's some things you don't need to know. I don't need to know that. Oh my God. No. I know I have a number of a good therapist. Do you need to talk to someone? Someone who's paid to listen to gossip, truth, your feelings, your emotions, whatever. They're paid to do that. They're trained to deal with that and interpret however you react to these things, and to help you deal with whatever emotional proclivities that you may have. A lot of people come at you with all this stuff, and they just need some therapy, bro. They just need some therapy. They need somebody to sit down and listen to their woos, and hey, let them deal in the therapy session. Let them talk to someone. Let them talk to a professional. You know, I bet you if they had to pay somebody to listen to them, they wouldn't be talking about all that. But you don't have to. The bottom line is, there are ways that you can circumvent those types of conversations. You don't have to be a part of those conversations if you don't want to be. You know, if you're on the phone and somebody's coming at you and you know they talking about some stuff, you know, there's a mute button on your cell phone. You mute your phone, put them on speakerphone. Well, don't mute it. First put them on speakerphone, and you just, go do something. Go clean the house. Go start cooking. Say, oh yeah, baby, I'm listening. Because some people get in their feelings if they feel like you're not listening to them, especially older people. So you gotta make them feel engaged and make them feel like you are listening when in fact you kind of tune them out. Especially if they coming at you with some gossip and some foolishness and some mess that you just don't want to hear about. So oh yeah, you for real? You don't say. Oh, I didn't know that. Interject those types of comments while they're going on and on and on about what they're going on about. But you're not listening to them. And then you can kind of get a feeling when they're done. And then you can take them off speaker and put it back to your ear, or put the Bluetooth back on, and then in the conversation. I love you too. Now, if you're in person, it's hard to do, because then in person they know you're not listening. They'll get those cues, those nonverbal cues that you're really not listening to what they got to say. And in person, if they come at you with that, you just have to be blunt, and you have to set some boundaries and just tell them, I love you, but I don't want to have this conversation with you. I don't want to hear about this. I love you, and I'm sorry that you're going through this, but I don't want to have this conversation with you. And you may be very justified in feeling that way, because they may be coming at you with something that you've already addressed with them and given them feedback and suggestions on what they need to do about it, and they have not followed through with what you've suggested. They have not listened to what your feedback is. They haven't done anything with it. They just want somebody to listen to them whine and complain and gossip. And I'm here to tell you, just because you love somebody does not mean that you have to listen to their foolishness. Especially if it's messing with your spirit. Especially if it's disrupting your peace. You don't let nobody disrupt your peace. I don't care who it is. It could be your own child. It could be your parents, your grandparents, it could be your siblings, it could be anybody. You don't have to listen to it. Cousin, uncle, aunt. I don't want to hear that. A great way to avoid a whole lot of drama is to stay away from folks that like drama. You know, a lot of people in my family think I be sometime and I'm funny or whatever because I stay away from them. But there are some people in my family that are mad messy. And that's all they do is just keep up mess. So, I'm too busy working, trying to make sure that I have a roof over my head, that my kids and my grandkids are taken care of. Not that I'm taking care of them per se, but I cover them in prayer. I keep them lifted, and I try to keep myself together. By the time I do everything that I have to do, I don't have time to deal with a lot of the foolishness that has nothing to do with me. I don't really care. Don't care. And there are a lot of things I'd be oblivious to. Well, so and so and so and so and so and so. Oh no, I didn't know. Change the conversation. Share some good news about what's going on in your life. If they really love you, they'll be so happy to hear the good news, and they'll get away from that conversation that you don't want to have. There's ways to circumvent having these unwanted conversations with loved ones and family and friends and church members and court. And then, if they feel like you acting sometime and acting funny and get offended because you're trying to protect your peace and you're trying to shield your spirit, then let them feel some kind of way. That's their problem, not yours. That's their problem. They need to go to therapy. We have to take charge of our own peace. We have to maintain our peace. And sometimes it calls for drastic measures. Sometimes you got to be real extreme with it. Let them call you antisocial. So you know what? You may think I'm antisocial, but I have a peace like a river. Huh? Y'all ever want to stand by the Tennessee River at night? It's very peaceful. Why? Because it's by itself. Ha! It ain't all in the mix. In the know. I don't want to be with nobody who's always in the know. Because if they in the know, they what did they do so they could know it? You got to do things. If you see somebody that's about a whole lot of drama and they always want to fight, that's a great way to maintain your peace too. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm too old to be dealing with the little pettiness and the foolishness and what have you. I'm about peace. You for war, but I'm for peace. You got to maintain your peace. Maybe that's what they mean by calling peacemakers. Not that you make the peace per se, but that in the midst of chaos, in the midst of confusion, you do whatever you have to do to maintain the peace that Christ has already given you. I love being able to go in my house after work at night, and my phone is dry, okay? I could go on YouTube and look at some word if I want to, or I could write something, start another book. I could go on Netflix and look at a series if I want. And my life is drama-free. I love it. I don't have nobody blowing up my phone with a whole bunch of mess and a whole bunch of drama. And I love it. I keep it that way. Yep, I screen my calls. If it's somebody who I don't want to talk to, I don't answer the call. And eventually I'll put something on my phone where, if you don't get the message, I'm blocking you. I do that in real life too. I don't just do that on Facebook. I block folks in real life. Blocked. I'm not playing. I'd have been through too much and seen too many. I just, and I'm at this point now. I'm like, hey, look, I'm a half a century old. To God be the glory. I'm gonna live another half a century, and I ain't gonna be all broke down and decrepit in this next half a century. I'm gonna be at peace, healthy, prosperous, flowing in a greater anointing. And I know that sounds real charismatic, but I feel it happening in my life now. Where it's more of a spiritual maturity on my life. And you know why that is? It's because I keep myself away from foolishness and drama. I keep myself away from that foolishness. People say, well, you haven't seen some family members in 20, 30 years. Yeah, and I've been better off for it too. Don't mean I don't love them. Don't mean I'm not praying for them. But guess what? Sometimes it's best if you don't know certain things, especially if it don't have nothing to do with you. Now, if it's something that they're dealing with because of bad seeds that they've sown in their life, then that's on them. That ain't got nothing to do with what's on. It has nothing to do with me. Well, that's between them and Yah. They need to take that up with the Lord. Somebody else will come at you and say, well, so and 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 so. Then you want to feel sorry for the person who's dealing with whatever they're dealing with. And Yah is saying, I protect you from wanting to react to feeling bad about people who've done certain things that was wrong, and they're paying for it now. I protected you from that, so that's why I shielded you from not knowing about that situation. That's why I shielded your eyes and I shielded your ears so that you would not see evil, you would not hear evil, but that you will walk in the blessing that I have for you. That's how you keep your peace. I don't care about what nobody who done me wrong, what they going through right now. I don't care. I ain't praying for them to go through nothing. If they're going through because it's their season to go through. Now, if they won't be what God wants them to be, they might as well just go on through. As the old folks say, just go on through, baby. Just go on through. You're going to come out as pure gold, but you're going to have to go on through some stuff. Whom he love, he chasing. Too many of y'all want to stay the hand of God when God whipping folk. You better move out the way for you get slapped too. Oh! You remember when Mama used to beat one and end up beating all of them? You know why she ended up beating all the kids? That's because one child got in the way of somebody else's beating. Or they interjected and they put their nose in the beating, and when they ain't had no business putting their nose in it. They should have just went on in the other room and did their homework or go wash some dishes. Yeah, you hear the child crying, you hear your sister crying, you hear your brother crying, but you can't do nothing about it. They gonna cry. Whom God loves, God chastens them. You gotta ignore that they crying. That don't mean you don't love them, but you better stay about that. That's not your concern. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You hear your little brother or your brother or sister getting beat, and they screaming to the top of their lungs. Ah! Help me! You better not go up in there and do nothing. You get some too. You better stay out of y'all. You better stay out of y'all's way. Oh shit, let me say that. You better stay up out of y'all's way, baby. If he beating them, let them just go ahead and take their beating. They ain't gonna die. Ain't nobody ever died for a good whipping. But it's gonna bring about some fruit. But you gotta move out the way and let it be. But anyway, I don't know where I got off into all that. But anyway, I'm saying protect your peace, protect your spirit. Don't feel bad. Some of y'all, y'all be under false condemnation and false guilt because you feel guilty because you're in a season of being blessed and being prospered, and the person who did you wrong is catching hell right now, and you feel bad about it. Why? They don't have nothing to do with you. Again, you interjected your nose into some place that ain't got no business. Whatever's going on with them, let that go. Ignore it. That don't have nothing to do with you. This is your season to be blessed. Walk in your blessing. Rejoice in the Lord. Thank Him because you waited for this blessing for many, many years. Don't let nobody make you feel false condemnation and guilt because you walking in a blessing and they not. It's your season. And it's just like it's their season to not have what you got right now. It's their season to go on through and to suffer. Let them go on through and suffer. If they belong to y'all got them. That's how I get to go to sleep at night. And I sleep good. You know how I sleep good? Because I know that what I've done for folk, I've done for folk out of the purity of my heart. And if folks still felt like they wanted to do me some kind of way after I done what I need to do for you out of the purity of my heart, then you got to deal with y'all. I ain't got to do nothing to you. And the thing is, the more you do that, the more y'all blesses you. You ain't got to sit there and surveil somebody's life to see if they paying for what they did to you. You ain't got to do that. Baby, I promise you that God is a just God. He is just. Anybody sown some bad seeds and they haven't repented of them and they haven't tried to uproot those seeds and try to make things right, they're going to pay for it. So, let y'all be y'all and stop worrying about what people do. People going to do what they do, but you need to just say, oh, okay. And you keep it moving knowing that y'all's going to take care of that. And He's going to take care of this. And He got it all under control. I've lived long enough to learn and know that, one of the greatest things that cause me to have peace is that I do not worry myself and obsess myself about getting back at my enemies. A lot of people are not at peace and their peace is constantly disrupted because they have not let things go to the point where they say, you know what, God, it's in your hands. I can't do nothing about it. And yeah, they hurt me and they did this and they did that and they took from me, they stole from me, they did this. So whatever it is. And you so busy trying to pay them back. And you so busy trying to, you're doing a spiritual stakeout. Making sure that, they pay for what you did. Stop doing that. That's going to cause you to not have no peace and it's going to disrupt your peace. You don't have to do all that. Forgive them from your heart and let them know you forgive them. And you keep it moving. And I promise you, they're going to get theirs. It always works that way. And because a lot of times, because I'm not sitting out, staking out at nobody's life, trying to figure out if they're getting payback for what they did to me. A lot of times y'all let me see it anyway. The word says that. The word says that evil do that. So you will see my desire on your enemies. I had nothing to do with that. That's in the word. It's not because you're looking for it, because the baby when no one don't be looking for nothing. When no one ain't got time for all that. I work a full-time job, I Uber, and I write books. Huh? I ain't got time. Who got time for that? Who? Girl, people are trapped. Y'all better let that stuff go. What? And then that's another thing. Peace will rest on your face. I see so many ugly people today. It ain't even funny. When I used to work at Family Dollar, I see people younger than me look older than me. And I'm not lifting myself up to be the standard or anything, and I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I'm saying, hey, I don't have Mary Kay. Well, no, I don't have Mary Kay money. Neither have I had plastic surgery. And people say, oh, black don't crack. Black don't crack. Baby, they don't got nothing to do with it, because I see some black folks that be looking kind of too. But you know what that is? That's unforgiveness. That's bitterness. That's I'ma get you. That's I'ma fight you. That's if you kill my dog, I'ma slay your cat. That's living that life. That's drinking and drugging. Huh? My kid's father has aged tremendously. And he's only 3 years older than I am. But he looked 60. Why? Because he spent most of his adult life drinking and drugging. And baby, I tell you, that lifestyle will prematurely age you, and it will rob you of peace. I'm just trying to help some people out. You know, it seems like people are just devoid of peace these days. And I'm just trying to help y'all out. Some tips and some pointers on how you can get peace and maintain your peace. Because it is God's will for you to have peace. He wants you to be at peace. And I just think that people aren't teaching practical ways on how to get peace and how to keep peace. Practical ways. Don't debate with folk. You ain't gotta fuss and debate that folk. You tell folk one time what's up. You tell them this is it. Bam. Leave it alone. They either gonna receive it or they gonna reject it. It's not up to you. You're not the Holy Ghost. You ain't gotta grill it in them. If they reject it, that's on them. They gotta deal with the consequences, not you. Let folks deal with what they deal with and stop trying to be the Holy Ghost. You know, just tell people the truth and leave it alone. Leave it be. I'm going to get me some coffee and start this day. Y'all be blessed. Have a peaceful day.